everyone, Randy here, and we're playing Farming Expert 2017, or actually Farm Expert 2017, I should say, not Farming Expert. And this game is by Playway, and we're going to start harvesting the crops here we planted last episode. I had one unfortunate little setback here. If we look at the fields, and they're all the same. Oh, actually, you know what? The weeds have okay. I had some weeds that showed up on the fields here. I had put the spray down for weeds, insects, and fungus. I don't know if I did something wrong or what happened, but for some reason it did not take. And I advanced time a month, which reminds me of another feature I need to show you folks. They've changed something there, which is really nice. But anyway, I advanced time in 1 month, and next thing I know, I had 33% weeds on all my fields and 0% protection, unfortunately. So it's like, what in the world happened? I put it, or hired a worker anyway. You know, under employees. Oh, I can't do that while I'm not. Okay. Well, that's fine. Actually, I can tab to a tractor here. I think you're on the main farm. No, you're not. The other tractor is. So yeah, under employees here, I did the aerial fertilizer, aerial herbicides, aerial insecticides, and aerial fungicides. Did all 4 of those. And yeah, for some reason, the herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides did not take. I don't know why. Once I advanced it a month, I seen what was happening. So then I put down, again, another application of herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides. And as you can see now, they have taken. And as far as the cherry fields go, I haven't seen anything change there. They are coming up a little bit. Or the trees have blossomed out a little bit, I should say. But doesn't look like anything major happening there yet. Okay, so we'll go back to the combine here. And like I was saying, there's one nice change here under mechanics. You now have the option to skip to the next month. I don't believe that was there before. Previously, you had to go to the last day of the month and then wait a day. So, yeah, wait to the next morning. And then you can, skip to the next month again. So in this case, that's what I obviously did. Planted the fields and then just, skipped till July 15 here. Let's start harvesting. Header down, combine on. Speed 2. And we are harvesting canola here, by the way. We got that planted on all the fields. And I don't remember what we planted and harvested last time around. I'm thinking it was probably the same thing. But we should probably see if we can plant something different this time. I probably would have, but this was the only thing I had in stock that my planter would accept for some reason. So I don't know what's up with that. Wrong planter type or just a bug in the game or something. And by the way, the reason it's so bumpy there's from the plow. I probably should run a cultivator across that. It seems like when the hired workers do the plowing and cultivating, they seem to leave some spots sometimes. And especially around the outside of the field, it's really bad. And up until now, I haven't hired a worker for harvesting. I've pretty much done it all myself. A little concerned, about how much a hired worker might lose as far as crops go. I don't know, we'll have to see once. Maybe we'll give that a try this episode just to see what happens. Harvest one of the fields here. Let's see what is the difference here. This is 2.2. This is 1.36. 1.10. So what I probably really should have done is I should have harvested this field myself. Well, actually, you know what? I guess I'm doing, aren't I? And then I can hire a worker to harvest this field, the 1.36 hectare one, and just see if I can tell the difference in crop we get. The only thing is going to be, what are the options? Oh, you know what? I can't look at it right now anyway. What are the options for hiring a worker? I'm going to have to look at that. We don't have a storage spot on our farm for canola. I have not invested any money into silos at this point. pretty much, you know, but just in selling straight up all the crops we've got. You know, somehow I think if it was that rough in real life, I'm pretty sure this combine would have fallen, whoa, really fallen apart by now. Yeah. Oh, well. That's what happens when they try to make the train a little more dynamic. Definitely have a few bugs and kinks to work out, it seems like. What it probably really is in real life, you know, if you had something like that, the ground is going to compress a little bit. And that's probably something this game can't really calculate, is the ground actually compressing. Kind of acting a little bit like a spring almost, if you will. Whereas in the game here, you know, you hit something like that, it's just like a hard object. So that's probably what's giving a little bit, yeah, like a harsh ride, I guess, if you will. And hopefully we'll look at upgrading our combine here as well pretty quick. Definitely would be nice to have a larger combine, at least if I keep harvesting myself anyway, which I kind of like to do. So bigger combine would be nice. Bigger cultivator would be nice as well. Then I can run it along the outside of this field here. Actually, all the fields, really. Kind of smooth out that ground there a little bit. Off screen, I did harvest the 2 smaller fields. We have the 3 larger fields here left. And like I said, I think we'll go with that plan. We'll see if we can hire a worker. At least see what the options are anyway. Like I said, I can't have an option where it's going to hire it and put it in storage because I don't have any storage. And I sold 1 almost full trailer load of canola already from the 2 smaller fields. Okay, and now we'll read some comments here a moment from the last episode on farming. Farm Expert. I don't know why I keep calling it Farming Expert. Farm Expert 2017. Farming Lover was saying, love your Farm Expert 17 videos. Thank you very much for that. Someone has a name here. It's a foreign character, so I'm not sure what it is here. But in USSR, there are a few standard types of seeders on the powerful tractors like the Kurovitz K700. We joined 3 to 5 seeders in a row via a join trailer. Never saw a double trailer like that. You can't drive on the road like that. That is true, the double seeder we have. Now, I'm pretty sure I've seen seeders like that, but they typically fold up. They don't, you know, stay unfolded like that. So that's kind of what's wrong with that seeder in the game here that we have. Asylum was saying, I think it's stupid they don't brand their tractors. They just give it some random weird name. Do they need to have permissions from the companies to use the actual tractor names? Yes, they do. So for those who are wondering about that, why this is Carl Nabstrupper? Nabstrupper? I guess that's how you say that. So yeah, for those of you who are wondering why it's named this as opposed to, I think we determined this was a Kloss combine. I think that's what we figured it was anyway. So yes, you do actually have to have permission from the company. So in this case, for example, Kloss, you would have to have permission from Kloss to use their name on this combine. That's probably why it's not modeled exactly like it either. I mean, it looks like it's probably pretty close, but there's probably a few differences, I'm sure. I'm sure if they made it, exactly like the Kloss Combine, gave it the colors and everything, that would probably still be a red flag. Same thing goes for anything else as well. Now, obviously, they must have some permissions from the manufacturers, I'm assuming. Or either that the manufacturers don't care, because like the Horsch, I'm assuming that's a real one anyway. The Pottinger definitely is. Landini, I believe that is a real tractor. Kuhn, that's a real company. I don't know if I've never seen a spreader by Kuhn like that before, but we typically don't use spreaders like that where I live either, so... Agroliner, definitely a real company. Fredel? Pretty sure that's a fake one. Again, mower, Pottinger, Massey Ferguson, I'm assuming that's what this tractor is, the Galodon. Not sure about this tractor. I'm assuming that's not real. I don't know. Somebody can confirm that one or not. I don't know on that. Guessing that planter's probably not real either. Yeah, just looking at the name anyway. Let's see, we're at 87%. We'll do a little bit more harvesting here. That is something to keep in mind if you're playing Farming Simulator versus this game. Once your harvester fills up, you can keep harvesting. You will just lose your crops. So make sure you empty out your combine when you're almost full. Unlike Farming Simulator, you won't just, stop. Okay, so we get to the end of the row here. We'll just have to empty. And that's another thing as well here. Make sure you have your pipe over a trailer when you unload. Again, unlike Farming Simulator, you can actually unload and lose your crops on the ground. Now, a Farming Simulator, if you unload on the ground, it actually creates a pile. I don't believe it does that in this game. You just lose it, unfortunately. It wouldn't be so bad if it just unloaded on the ground. You accidentally unload it on the ground, you have to go back and pick it up. I don't think you can do that in this game. You lose it if you unload it on the ground. So obviously, we want to try to avoid that. There we go. Also, along with the question about the permissions, more than likely, not only would they need permission, they would probably have to pay a licensing fee as well. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but it's just a guess there anyway. Not only would, in this case, Playaway need permission, they would probably also have to pay a licensing fee. Okay, back to harvesting here. Get this little bit we missed here. Also, don't drive on the crops in this game. You will destroy them. Frodo saying this game looks so trashy compared to Farming Simulator 17. I like the management perspective of the game. Hopefully, Giants will get more into that. That's true. This game definitely doesn't look or feel as smooth as Farming Simulator, but it does have a few good points to it. Kind of like what I was saying there when we started the episode. Obviously we got the weeds, insecticide, fungicide, fertilizer. 4 different types there, as opposed to Farming Simulator fertilizer. Little advantage there, I would say. Plus the dynamic terrain there, for example, when you're plowing, cultivating, really looks cool. Like I said, it does need some work. Obviously, it seems a little bit buggy, but making progress, that's for sure. Luke was saying, love the videos. Thank you very much for that. J.R. Heathrow was saying, a nice video. Thank you very much for that. And hopefully we can get this field harvested here this episode. And like I was saying, we'll see once what the difference is, if we can. What a hired worker versus what I would get. Probably one of the major differences about this game, if you want to play it as a management game, you pretty much can entirely as a management. Just go into the hired workers section there and just hire a worker for pretty much everything, I believe. Oh, the ground looks smooth there. I don't know if that's actually what it is, though. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we need to just run a cultivator across here to fix the end of this field. Okay, just a little bit more to go here, and we'll have this field done. Looks like maybe, what, another 3 rows here. And that's also something, by the way, you got to watch out for. Not only can your combine overfill and lose your grain, your trailer there. We'll have to watch that when we fill up here. The trailer we currently has holds about 1.5 combine loads. Have to make sure we don't overfill the trailer, otherwise, again, we'll just lose our crops, which is definitely no fun. And once we're done with the normal crops here as well, we'll see once what the orchard's going to be like. I don't know if we got to fast forward time more yet or not. The trees definitely look a little bit on the small side yet. So I don't know if we'll be able to harvest them this year in game time anyway. And we have the one large field here left it. And then that's the smaller field there. Like I said, they're about the same size here. That one's obviously a little bit bigger. That seems like a good candidate there to try the hired worker on. Okay, one more row here and we'll have this done. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it definitely looks like we'll have more than what our trailer can hold. Trailer should be able to hold roughly another 5,700 or so. Wonder if it'd be worth looking into purchasing a silo here. We'll see one. So let's look into that a moment here. So first off, we're going to have to go to... It was the Landini. At the farm here. And the hired worker options are... So yeah, we got the option to gather the crops, transports automatically to the silo. I kind of think that's the one we want to go with. Or harvest the crops, the player brings it to the silo. I'm not sure how that works. We can give that one a try, I guess, and find out here. Player brings it to the silo. Only the... Something's getting cut off there. I'm just kind of curious how the combine's going to unload. I mean, what... Do we have to do something or something? Oh, let's find out, I guess. Should have probably picked a smaller field for testing this on then. Employees starting to harvest. Remember to take the grain from them and bring it to the silo. Okay, so I guess we got to unload the combine. Kind of like you would in Farming Simulator then, I'm assuming. Tab option would be definitely nice in this game. For going between vehicles. Oh, yeah, so there's a combine over there. Looks like they got a little bit nicer combine than we got. Go figure. Oh, shoot, I should have looked how much storage space we had in that trailer. Like I said, I'm sure it's not enough to actually entirely empty this combine. Okay, let's just double check here. How much space do we have in here? So we got capacity for actually a little over 6,000. Didn't have the combine right full there last time, so... So we can dump approximately all but 2,000 into the trailer here. Okay, that was kind of weird as to why it stopped. And I know I mentioned this before as well. One kind of unfortunate thing. Can't really see the fill level. The fill level doesn't actually fill up properly based on the percentage that's actually in the trailer. So basically, like when the trailer's half full, it actually looks like the trailer's full visually. We are 98% full, so yeah, almost full there. About perfect. Like I said, don't want to go over, otherwise you'll lose it. Just to unhitch the trailer here a moment. Take a... Oh, let's not do that. We don't need to be emptying. Well, shoot. We just lost some crop there, didn't we? Okay. I just looked down at the options. Oh, R to unhitch trailer. Yeah, it's not R to unhitch trailer. Okay. Just take a look at the combine here a moment before we wrap up the episode. I'm going to say that looks like a Massey Ferguson combine from here. Well, looks like he's having a bit of a rough ride of it, that's for sure. Oh, he's almost full too, isn't he? Okay, I guess we better get over here and unload him, I'm assuming. Talk about the rear tires disappearing. Take the wheat from him so he can continue. Well, I hope he's not wheat, because this is supposed to be canola. Anyway, folks, I think with that, we'll wrap up the video here. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.